Hi there, this is Kavita Mardekar. Welcome to my channel Crochet Creations by Kavita Mardekar. We are making today this beautiful stitch. This is puff spikes stitch. Here we are using these puffs like a spike stitch, and for that we are creating such windows. So we are taking multiple of 8 plus 5 stitches. So this is a repetition of 3 times of this pattern stitch. So let's start with 29 stitches here, and in the fourth from the hook we will make 1 DC. So 1 2 3 and this fourth. In it we'll make 1 DC here in the fourth. Like this. Here this chain part act as a DC, so we make 2 DC actually, and we will make 3 more DCs here in these next 3 stitches. So total we have 5 DC in this first part. So 1 2 3 4, and we'll make 1 more DC here. So after 5 DC we will make our first window. For that we'll make 1 chain, skip 1 chain from the foundation chain and make a DC in the next. Like this. And now we'll make 7 DCs in the next stitches. So the first one is done, so we'll work in the 6 stitches now. So let's make 6 more DCs. So in total we have 7 in this group. So after this first window, this first hole, we make 7 DC. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. After making 7 DC we will make our next window. For that next window we'll make 1 chain. We skip this chain next to this last DC, and we'll insert our hook, yarn over, insert the hook here in the next, and pull through it, then pull through 2 loops on the hook, and again we have 2 loops, pull through 2. Perfect. And now we'll make 6 more DCs here. So we are making the group of 7 now. So 7 DCs, window, again we will make 7 DCs. 1 is done, we'll make 6 DCs more. So in this first row we have started with 5 DC, and now we have 5 DC in the last also. So after making 7 DC we'll make 1 chain, we'll skip this 1 stitch here, and then insert in the next and make 5 DC in these last 5 chains. So our first row is completed. We made 5 DC, then 1 window, 7 DC, window, 7 DCs, window, and in the last 5 DC. So our first row is completed. Now we'll make more windows in this second row, because we need this 2 more windows we need. So we'll make 2 more windows on the either side of this previous row window. So let's start. So we'll turn our project and make 3 turning chain. So this 3 chain act as our first DC, and now we'll make 2 more DCs here in these next 2 stitches. So this one is the first, so we'll work in this second now. So we have 2 DCs now, and now our third DC. So after making third DC, we'll make a window here because we are making windows on the either side of the this window. So we'll make one window on this window, and now 2 on both sides. So we'll make only 3 DC here and one chain, and skip one and insert in this next. So the first window is completed, and we are making 3 windows in this set of windows. So first window, now chain 1 and skip this chain here and insert in the DC. So our second window, now again chain 1 and skip 1 and insert in the next. So here we are skipping this and inserting here. So this is how we have created 3 windows here in this row. And now after making 3 windows, we'll make 2 more DC. So we have now, after this 3 DC, we have now 3 DC, 3 window and 3 DC. Again we'll make 3 windows here. So skip this, make chain 1 and insert the hook in the next. Again chain 1 and skip this chain space. This is also a stitch of the previous row, so we are skipping it and inserting in the DC. So our second, now chain 1 and skip 1 from here previous row and insert in the next. And now the 3 windows are completed. Now we'll make 3 DC. So first DC is done. Now we'll make 2 more DCs here. And now again after 3 DC we will make 3 windows by skipping 1 from the previous and insert in the next and make 1 chain between them. Again chain, insert on the DC. We are skipping that chain space here we made, and now we have 2 windows here. The first one is on this side, second one is on the window of the previous window, and now in this again 1 more window here by skipping this, and now we have 2 stitches left. We will make 2 DC on them. So the set of 3 DC is completed. And in this last chain we will insert our hook and make a DC. Sorry. So now the next row is we are making all the way only windows. So let's start. So for this row, in this row 3 turning chain, and now turn the project and skip this first stitch. We are making this DC. After this 3 chain is a DC, so we are skipping this next and inserting in the third DC of the previous row. This chain, first DC and third DC like this. So this is our first window. Now every time we are making a chain and a DC, chain and a DC. Like this we will complete this row. So like this we are creating windows. So window on window, window on window, window on window. Now we have 3 DCs here. So we will make a next window here because this is only windows row. So we are creating windows only by skipping previous rows one stitch. So we are skipping this and make a DC on DC in the last DC of the 3 DC set. And now again window, window, window will create. So chain and DC on DC, again chain, DC on DC, chain and DC on DC. Now again chain and skip this. And insert in the third and make DC. And this is how we are completing this row. So here we are making window on window. So here also we are skipping this chain space is also a stitch. So we are skipping this chain space here between the 2 DCs. We have a chain space. We are skipping that. So every time we are skipping one stitch, making DC. One stitch, skip one stitch, DC. Here there is no chain but DC. So we are skipping that DC. After making these 3 rows, here we are making the pyramid of windows. And we will work in these windows of the V shape actually. So switch to a new color. When the 2 loops left, we will add our new color here. So make a loop with a color and pull that loop through these 2 loops. And this is how we add the new color. So we will make 3 chain, act as a 1 DC here. After making 3 chain, we start this puff stitch. But before puff stitch, we make 3 DC in this first window. So our first DC is done. This 3 chain act as first DC. And now we will make 2 more DCs in this window. And then we'll start our puff stitch. So these 3 DCs are done here. First 3 chain is a 1 DC and now 2 DC more in this first window. Now we will make 2 chain every time at the starting of the puff stitch, or this is called puff leaf stitch also. So we will make a puff stitch, and before that puff stitch we'll make 2 chains. So for this first leaf, this is our first leaf, we will work here first puff here, then second here and the third here, then fourth and fifth. So we are making total 5 puff stitches and we are working in the V shape like this. So these are the windows in which we are inserting a hook to make the puff stitch, and these windows we are not working. So these are the windows on this V shape. So let's start with puff stitch here. So we are making 3 times yarn over 1 and pull up to the height of the 2 chain here we made first, and again yarn over, pull it, yarn over and pull it. Now again yarn over, and the 3 here puff of 3 stitch is done here in this. So now we will insert the hook of the second row. The next spike puff is in this second row's first window. So insert here and again pull it up to the height. Yarn over, pull it up to the height. Yarn over, pull it like this. So 3 times it is done. Now this is the first window of the first row. So we are working in it to complete that V shape. So now yarn over and in this, so this is a long spike. Again yarn over, again yarn over, insert the hook and pull the hook through that window, and we have completed the long puff here, spike puff. Now we will work here and then last here. So automatically this window will hide behind this puff. Two times done. Now we will make third time. Now this window, so yarn over, and this is our fifth spike puff stitch up to the height, again up to the height, again height. So we have completed now all these windows. Now carefully grab the yarn and pull through all these windows. Little carefully. So I am pulling it. So pull through all the 5 puff spike stitches carefully, and now pull that thread to bring them together. And now we have 2 loops on the hook, so we will pull through both of them like this. So our first leaf or a puff spike is completed now. Now every time we are making 2 chain in the beginning of the puff stitch and in the end of the puff stitch. So let's make 2 chain and 3 DC here. So in this last working window we are making the last puff, 2 chain, 3 DC, and some more stitches we will make here in this window only. And 3. So this is how we have completed this first puff spike stitch. Now we start for the next leaf, and we are working here in this only. So this and these 2. So this is the next V. So that means we are making again 1 more puff stitch here in this same. So for the second leaf we started with this in this same window where we worked last. So again 2 chain, always we start with 2 chain, and now we'll make the second leaf's first puff in the same 1, 2 and 3. After that, yarn over, and here in the second row, after making this 3DC, we have first window, so we will work in that only. 1, 2, 2 and 3. And now in this window here, 3 times yarn over and pull through that window. 1, 2. So pull it up to the height of the previous row, previous stitch, like this. So 3. So now we will make a next puff here and the last puff here. Yarn over and insert in the next window. So 3 times in the same window. Now we'll move to the next window, so which is here. 3 times there. We'll make our next puff. 1, 2 and 3. So now all the puff stitches are completed. Now we will pull through all these loops. Carefully grab the yarn and pull through slowly. Now pull it up to the end. We have 2 loops. Pull this thread tightly to bring all these stitches together, and we have now 2 stitches on the hook. So grab the yarn and pull through both of these 2 stitches and close the eye. After that, again we will start our next puff here, but before that we will make 2 chain, 3 DC and 2 chain. So chain, then 3 DC here, after this 3 DC we will make again 2 chain, because we are starting with 2 chain every time and end with 2 chain and 3 DC here. So the 3 DC are done. Now we'll start our next puff stitch with 2 chain, and now in this same window we'll make our first puff. Yarn over, insert the hook and pull up to the height. Again yarn over, insert the hook in this same yarn over and insert here. So 2 and 3. Now we will insert in this window and in the last this window, and then this, and then last. So this is how we will make our last puff leaf. Two and 3. After that, in this window yarn over and pull 1. So we are making 3 times for the puff spike, 2 and 3rd. So 3 done. Now we'll work in this. third. Now this last window we have to work in 1, 2 and 3. So now we have all the puff stitches on the hook. Now we will grab the yarn and pull through all these loops at once. With carefully just grab it and start pulling it. So carefully. So I'll pull up to here. Like this. Now to bring them together, pull this thread and now pull through both of these loops we have on our hook. So now in the last we will make 2 chain and 3 DC here to complete this row. 2 chain, and for this second DC and the last DC we will make here in this chain like this. So this is our first puff spike row completed. We have to repeat this same 4 rows again and again. Here I made again these 5 DCs window, then 7 DCs window, again 7 DC window, and this last 5 DC again. In this next 3 DC window, 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 3 DC window, 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 and this is how we have to repeat all these 4 rows again and again to get this desired height of our project. So now in all these chains we will work in them. So to start our new row we need total 26 stitches here, and we have them for 15, 20, 26, and after 33 turning chain we will start our new this base color. With base color we will make again the 1 window row, and then 3 windows row, and then the windows row only, like this. And you can add these 4 rows again and again, and this is how we can complete our project. Thank you. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe my channel, and press that bell icon for the notifications. Thank you. The written pattern is in the description box.